Oh, 7 StarCitizens. We're going for around ePTU 4.0. Not the new patch. The last patch from last night was not green lighted, so we're still on that one. And we are going to explore the new scores, Pyro. And we're just going to start here on the jump gate from Stanton to Pyro to see how that goes. So far I had a lot of successful jumps, and I hope this continues, because otherwise that's going to be a very short stream and we wait for the next patch to get updated, where more of this is gonna be fixed and works well. But it looks good, it starts to line up. I got the entry requirements, jump point is open, and we are entering the jump tunnel, and we're going to fly obstructed. Sub 6 obstructed it. Whoa. Okay, that was this other ship that gave me a little bit of a rough entrance here, but no worries, we're going to do it. Steady speed, steady pace. Oops. Couple of FPS drops. But no, we're good. We're on tracks. And now just follow it through. Oops. Oh, yeah. Okay, that was a bad one. You're not supposed to hit those parts. I really like the way they designed these wormholes. It reminds me of the Kessel Run. You know, the guy Han Solo did below 12 parasec. That's how it looks like, and I'm really enjoying it. And I enjoy finally that we have this transition, and we have this transition so far very workable. So let's see what's going to happen this time. And oops, yeah. Going to turn that one. Oh no. Ouch. I'm wondering when those impacts are going to be more hurtful. I still fly these things decoupled. I'm wondering what's better or easier to do, coupled or decoupled. So far I'm very happy with decoupled, but you might have different experiences. And the color is changing, so it means we're getting closer to Pyro. A new score, new music. Are we successful? Ouch. Luckily we have a strong ship. And so far I couldn't manage actually to destroy the ship in one of those wormholes in these jumps. So, and that's the other side. And we're here. Slowing down, we're always very fast when we get out of here. Good. Here we are. Welcome to Pyro. Let's get away from the jump gates and prepare for next jump. Because we want to go down to Monox. That's where I got interrupted last night by someone who felt the need to take my ship down while I was exploring on ground. Okay, there seems to be an issue. Okay, let's just do a random jump out then on one of the points. And see where it goes. Just a little bit too. Exit that thing. That was a bit of a bump. Okay.
Shields online. Quantum drive is now up. Shields offline.
All right. Exit that. That was a bit of a bump. Let me just set up. Because I want to see chat. I haven't had the chat on the screen. Just give me a moment. It's just fascinating. I see everything but my own stuff. I go to YouTube, that's okay. Okay, so here we are. So, welcome to Pyro. Welcome to 4.0. Wave 1 patch got really good over time after quite some challenging starts. We don't want to go to asteroids, we want to go to Monox. Let's see whether we can set that course. Yes, yeah, sometimes it's still that just when you get in from a system you can't straight jump to the next one, so you just head out a little bit and from there you go to. You see the distances over in Pyro, they're massive. I mean, this is 56 gigameters. And this means, wow, music is loud. Let me just adapt this a little bit. I want to make the new scores hearable, but it's not all about that. 56 gigameters, that's basically the jump, the fly from Microtech to Crusader, which is 57 gigameters. So we see, and this is just halfway through this system. So this system is at least twice in the size as the as Stanton. Just to understand this, so having ships with large fuel tanks definitely is an advantage in Pyro. Medical Terrapin. I love it. Overpriced. I don't care. I love it. I was expecting it to be around 180. So yeah, but it's a tier 2 medical bed. And yeah, I'm still waiting for my Apollo to come. I hope it comes with 4.0. Is the Apollo Medivac as well out? Yeah, I look forward to that ship. I don't know what to do with the Terrapin then, but the difference is definitely might be big as the size and all that. And yeah, I really want to fly my Apollo. Alright, frame rate seems to be pretty stable. Yes, we are around here. That's good. Somewhere, I mean, this is, I'm running 4K. I see, well, you don't see it on the stream as the stream is only 2K. But my system runs like, I run as 3080. GTX, RDX, GTX, whatever, NVIDIA thing, so 10 gigs of RAM with 64 gigs of RAM, and I have right now quite a steady, well, sort of steady frame rates between 40 and 60. So there was quite some performance improvement to be made already, and it was definitely needed. Some ships are still not as good. My 400i still, as soon as you sit in and turn on the MFDs, the frame rates drops in a state where you can't fly the 400i, unfortunately, which is still one of my absolutely all-time favorite ships. And I look very much forward to use it for all the scanning, the upcoming scanning stuff that might come. And that's pretty cool, so, okay. So we're still on the way to Monox. And it's really about exploring Pyro, the new music scores, and just looking around and see how it works, just still testing all the different things we can do out here, and enjoying and getting ourselves into the 4.0 vibe. I'm very much looking forward to.
Quantum fuel is at 50%.
Okay, so yeah, that's a good thing. The Terrapin has quite a massive fuel tank, so this is really good. And at the present moment, all the quantum drives use the same amount of fuel and are the same speed, which is definitely a thing. As I think, all the modules are still in preparation for 4.0 because there are a couple of new ones. So I've been on. I checked out modules a couple of days ago and just looking how things are going and what they're doing, and the module's going to be distributed very differently through the system of Stanton. So before, you basically go to Cousins Grow, and when I've been to Cousins Grow, things saying, hey, hey, you're in the turtle. Yes, I am in the turtle. Hey, you're wrong. I love your name. I'm never sure whether it's you tell this to me or whether I shall tell it to you. So is it you're wrong or I am wrong, or are we both wrong? Both wrong would be a nice name too, by the way. I freaking love it. Yeah, I love the turtle. Here it is. My medical turtle. I have the other Terrapin too. And yeah, both Terrapins, and I like them. They're just such a special shape, and the way they're dealing in so many different surroundings is really amazing. So I just enjoy Terrapin. Okay, Monox, here we come. Pay attention to the new sounds we're having. So there we are. Okay, let's give it a cooldown. Let's move the ship a little bit. This is interesting. We have all this blue stuff. I don't think that this is intended, because it has not to do with the lights, and it occurs after we jump through a gate. So then after this it starts, because before the jump through from Stanton to Pyro, that was not here. But hey, we'll have that for now. So let's see. I want to do some exploring. Let's go and have a look. Arid Reach. I think I haven't been to Arid Reach. It's not the worst place in Pyro, it says. Well, let's have a look at not the worst place in Pyro. Whatever that means. Not the worst, because I mean, when I first came to Pyro, this was the tech preview after CitizenCon 2953, so last year's CitizenCon. And I was thinking, can I have my marker, please? No markers for today. Good. All right. Something's off here. Let's try the last ditch. It's interesting. It doesn't say. I can't as well cancel it, so something must be off. But I have this. Now I have last ditch. I got a marker, but it's night there, and I really want to have some daytime exploring for now. Even if the skybox of Pyro is really nice at night. Well, it's nice at day too, but it's really interesting. It's not. Okay, it's not visible, but it's right here. Okay, let's try that. Just look at it. Okay, where the heck did I get to? Oh, it still brought me down to last ditch. Interesting. Okay. Frame rates dropped. Oh, last ditch is next to this lake. But yeah, with this, jeez, this blue thing in front of it. That's an issue at night. Because I have no view at all. What shall I do about that? Not cool. Okay, let's try another jump. Interesting, it still has arid reach on the... Ostler's claim, calculating. That might be the A side. Okay, I got a marker. Let's see what we get. Okay, there is definitely an issue council needed for this, or I assume it's already running. But this is special. I wonder. I will check ships as soon as I can. Grab another one and see whether this is a static thing or whether this is just a Terrapin after the jump point issue. Okay. So we're coming out of, or is it maybe nav mode? Do I need to switch shields and then this is gone? Is it just a nav mode issue? Okay, shields on. Nah, it stays. Okay, we have a ship door. C1 is sitting there.
Shields offline.
Okay, no contacts. We have all this. Yeah, at least the day this weird lightning we're having here is not as impactful. But still, just look at this. Okay. Look at this awesome pyro situation here. We're not gonna pancake that ship today. Right. Goody.
Shields online.
BTOL. 600i. Maybe the same guy from last night. Last night, the 600i. Consider me
Landing gear deployed.
a reason to take down. I like the new sounds they made. And here's the fun thing about the Terrapin, you can add additional armor. Zip. And this covers up part of your cockpit canopy, so the backside is covered, so where you can look up right now. So this part here, when you look up and spawn back on the side, it's just better covered, so you have additional protection. Okay, so let's see what's going on down here. Nice pile of fire here. And you see there is almost no performance hit as I enter this place. I have slightly lower frame rate, but still doable. Oops, that was one. Yeah. Still not supposed to jinx it, but this door just scared the shit out of me. Okay. Whoa! Wait. No. That's why we need jetpacks. So that's the planetary situation. Every now and then still needs help. But that's what we're here for. We're testing. So issue council, and I need to exit your menu. Which means I'm still gonna start in R-Corp again. Oh no, what we do? There's no point in this. Yeah, we need to do that. As I haven't my main, well, yeah, we'll see. I assume I'm gonna be back in R-Corp for this one, so apologies for that. But yeah, that's part of the testing challenge. The good thing is we can jump 8 again. And have some coffee and do all the shebang. Let's see where it goes. All right. The chance that we're back in Area 18 is like 100%. Yep, there we are. So in a couple of minutes we're going to be back in Pyro. if stuff goes as intended. This elevator looks special. Here it is. Now it's time to vote till we're back in the hangar. What ship shall I use to fly over? I mean, I have to reclaim Terrapin Medic for a while. Takes 2.5 minutes till instant reclaim. So if you have a suggestion or a preference, well, let me know. We can go from F8, Karak, Cuddy, Reds. No. Oh, it works. Okay. Cuddy Reds. Yeah, 400i. I don't want to do it because it's just not optimized right now. So we have Tractor, Raft. Well, Raft is not really useful. C2, Bit Big, Cuddy, Vulture, Halsey. Not really use a Prospector. So that's what I can offer at the thing, and otherwise I'm just choosing what I want to choose. Oh, maybe we'll just take another ship and pick up Terrapin, the medical Terrapin from the place. Well, yeah, we might fall through the planet again. Oh, it depends.
Now arriving.
I walk those places way too much. Can't even walk them from forward outside perspective. Okay, what we got today? It's interesting, all the elevators stand at the same position, at the same hangar of the same guy. Boy! Yeah, I hit you. Oh no. So whatever's going on, well, let's reclaim that ship already.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your insurance claim has been sent. Please visit us again.
While we wait for the elevator. Yeah, but there seems something to go on because either we get a server error soon, which is what's to be expected, and then with a recover, or we are getting 30k, which is highly unlikely. I haven't seen a lot of 30ks in the last weeks when I'm playing ePTU 4.0 test out. It even in as well in while we're still in avocado testing is the 30K ratio dropped so far down. It's really good. Well, whatever happens right now. Give it some time.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, there are issues here.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your insurance
Let's
claim
try
has
tweaking
been
it. Let's try to
Vehicle has been
deliver that
retrieval
thing, and we might
service. Vehicle selected. Stand by.
get a link in. Maybe not.
Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again.
Mm-hmm. No. So let's store that ship again, and
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Please visit
we will try to switch a server. As it seems that this charts created some issues just before it was all well. So something happened, and figure out what we can do about it. It's 1:30 we're getting in. See how that looks. We just had some elevator issues. That's why we hopefully could shift the shard, or things worked quite well. So we're just getting in and have to jump again over to Pyro to get back for that exploration. All right. Okay, this elevator is responding. There was quite a real issue with the habitation elevators, which is, there's an easy workaround for those. You're just getting into hospital, get yourself into hospital and you're good. But just before we couldn't get onto the hangar elevators, so get into the hangars. So that's a bigger issue than this one. Both are inconvenient, that's for sure, but elevators are kind of tricky to deal with. From a programmer's perspective, that's definitely elevators and ladders. They just create issues. And of course it has always as well to do with what levels, layers of performance the computer on the client side is able to do. That always adds as well things. Okay, let's... Oh, we have here. Crazy. Let's hope that those trams arrive. That's not a good sign. Yep, there's the good sign. I sit here. Okay. Now we could use some Stettler and Hoffman scenes. Hey. The question is, what is Manama? The question is, who cares? My favorite scene from Stettler and Hoffman's, in case you remember the Muppets. The question is, who is Stettler, who is Hoffman? What do you think? Is more me the Hoffman or me the Stettler? Oh. Oops. Okay.
Now arriving.
That's the advantage of close, just faster. Okie dokie. That's the same shard. Oh, dang. Yep. So we're still unable to get into this. Ah, that's not cool, man. Let me just quickly check. I'm not sure whether there are, I think there's only US ePTU. So otherwise it would be a lot easier to switch those servers. Let me just check for a moment. It doesn't take a long time. And I need to run the issue councils as well for this Sparky things in front of the things. Okay, let me see. Yeah, those flashes is interesting. These are an older problem. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. And otherwise we are... oh, I'm sorry for that. Yeah, it's getting winter over here, so voice adapts to winter season. Doesn't it? Don't even know whether there is a USE EU version of that. Nope, there isn't one. There's really just... Do we have again the 130? Yeah, it's again 130. So, ish. That's gonna persistent. So either I switch to 324.3, or we just, yeah, we try it differently. I try to exit the game fully and hopefully get into another shard as I join the next time. Sorry for that, for this back and forth, but stuff worked well for quite a while on that shard, and right now we cannot open or get into our hangars as the elevators are simply not arriving. which is unfortunate, but hey, we're testing. And with 4.0, there was like first time, what was it? 324.2 was the first time where the underlying code of 4.0 was introduced, that it was additional 40 gigabytes to load. So there is a lot of changes on the technical side on that, and of course creates a situation of this. But we're still in the same shard, so I tried to quit the thing, and I hope I can get in easily without interrupting the chat. That actually, well, yeah, let's go and test first. These elevators again from the hangars, and see what it does. Because my GP worked. The jump point has issues as well. So maybe this shard seems to be degrading increasingly fast right now. So we'll see. It's always a good amount of patience needed. And you might see that the increased liveliness here in Area 18, we have a lot of AI that does new and different stuff. And that's kind of cool. Of course, it has as a performance impact having these NPCs doing stuff and wandering around and looking at things. It gives the whole thing a very nice atmosphere. And but still, the elevators go. The frame rates go down quite a bit for me, at least. Ah, Talon uniform. That's the blue one. It's a nice one. I had the time when I was wearing this one too. I had all of them actually, all three kinds: the red one, the blue one, and the greenish one. It's a very nice armor because you're very good protected, and at the same time you're still very movable. So it's a medium armor that runs like a light armor, and that's pretty amazing for a couple of things. But I got tired of it. And the red white one, it's a very nice medic armor. It has really this medical touch on it with the bright red. Hey, Kowalski, could you help me choose some ships for Pledge Store to be ready for 4.0 wipe? Yes, I can give you suggestions, but I need just to point out, as I always do, you need to choose for yourself in the end. It's not me giving you advice on what to take. I just give you suggestions, and it's totally up to you. And again, as everybody tell you, and I know it's a listening, but it's just relevant. Don't buy anything you can't afford. And don't invest more money than you actually want to put into this game, as it is in development. But if you want some pointers, I might be able to give you some. But this is, again, then a very subjective thing. So you can't really say that this is then an overall truth. And you would as well might need to tell me what you actually want to play, what kind of gameplays you would like to have, and what could be good for you. And yeah. Again, in the end, it's very personal on what. It really doesn't. These elevators, they seem to be personal. It's always it's on all elevators. It's the same hangar written on it. So someone bought all the elevators. But yeah, let me know what you would consider, or what you wanted to go for or to play with, and what you already have is good to know as well, so we can see whether you can want to upgrade or change or add something big or something small. I can give you some pointers. Again, it's not advice that I'm giving, mainly suggestions. And I get out again here and I try to switch shards because I really want to get out into space again. Okay. Let's get in. It's still the same. Okay. Okay, I want to have a small ship with fast claim time looking onto Interpid and one more capable ship. Okay. Well, the Interpid seems to me, I tested it. I have somewhere in my video library, you find my Interpid review. And it's definitely a very interesting ship. I like the way it flies. Oh, you have a Nomad as a packet and a Dragonfly. So it is 80 and $40 US. And I have 195 pledged US dollars. Okay. Well, the Nomad and the Interpid, I would say they are... They look different. I think, I don't know how many cargo space the Nomad has in detail. I think it's about 8 or 10. And the Interpid has about 8 SU of cargo space. The Interpid is definitely 4.0 ready. I haven't read anything about the rework of the Nomad. So I don't think the Nomad is already 4.0 ready or reworked. So the Interpid, when it comes to that, would be better. And I'm not sure whether you can upgrade from a Nomad to the Interpid, as I don't know in detail the prices of them. I can go and check actually, because oh no, well let me get out of this bed first, otherwise I block it for someone else. And then after this, I need to change servers. I just gonna complete. Okay, let's. Okay. I'm gonna see in the pledge store. What do we got? Pledge store. Zip. So the Nomad is $86 with a 10-year insurance right now. You have and I think the Interpid, I didn't memorize all of it. I just need to check for a moment. Yeah, okay. So so you can't upgrade from the Interpid to from the Nomad to the Interpid. And you already have a base package, so I'm not even sure whether you can get the Interpid as a standalone ship right now. Well, what you could do is just melt your Nomad is 24 corner. Yeah, but I don't like the ship. Yeah, I'm as well. I'm no Nomad fan, so I totally get that. But I mean, what you could do, you just melt your Nomads then totally, and you buy your Interpede with the store credits you're having. But the Interpede, I mean, when you look at as the gun situations for you have 4 weapons. Well, do I look at the Interpede right now here? Yeah. It's as well. It's a very, very basic starter ship, and right now when you would get it, I mean, you can get it. There's a lifetime insurance and all this. So if you melt, you know bad. Okay, so you have the Dragonfly Nomads LTI. Well, you can use those as well as for CCUing as like starter tokens or something. So yeah, there is so much to consider. Okay, so the question is then, well, how much money you want to drop in? You want to actually add money to it, or you don't want to put more money in it? In a tendency for myself, I started way back then. I started with a Titan. At some point, I upgraded to the Cuddy Black, but that was like 313, 318 then, somewhere between deadlines. And then I started to get bigger ships, and it's because it's easier to work down from bigger ships than with small ships up. That's just the truth. But the question there is really, do you want to put in an amount of money or not, or whether you want to just hold it simple and work your way up, grind your way up to the things, which is definitely doable. I mean, I have whole play runs with the Aurora from 0 to hero like and trying out. Okay, so you say, Kowalski says, so far I have a Dragonfly LTI, $40 Nomad starter for $80, and I've bought with store credits for testing the 10-year $65. And I have 130 store credits left. Okay. And so you want to know what to do with this $130 or pointers and ideas on. Yes, of course, you can do that. You could melt the Interpret and up to Dragonfly. Yes, you can do that. I mean, there is always this melting options, and you need to be aware you have it still in the buyback. So there is this buyback button, and you can buy them back for the original price. So this price for you is then frozen. So if you assume in 2 years the Nomad is, I don't know, $90, if you want to buy back the Nomad, you can buy it still for the price you paid now. So that's why people invest into concept ships. You buy a very large concept ship for $350 that at release will be maybe $800 or $900. So you can like invest now, and later on you have just a lot cheaper version, or people have to buy it for a way bigger thing. So this buyback thing is quite an interesting option. So you're not really losing the ship, but you're losing the price of it, so it stays the same. Yep. If I melt the Interpret. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Just need to remember that the thing with where the base package with, you can't really melt this, because you need one. When you melt your base package, then your base package is you don't have the base package for flying, if I remember correctly. It's a very long time when I had to think around these kind of things. But I think you cannot melt this, so you need to upgrade then from the base package Nomad to something higher if you want to do that. And then the question there is really what you wanna fly with afterwards. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, with the Interpede, you have a bed, you have a pretty quick reclaiming time. Definitely good to do bunkers. Smuggling runs are very small. So I mean, you run with 8 SEU. And the maximum size of containers you can put in there is size 2 containers. So if you find somewhere, if you buy stuff, it's different. Then you can choose what size you're having. But if you find stuff, and for example, you find an 8 SU box of Weevil X, that's 800,000, and you can't put it in this ship. Okay, so a nice multi-role ship that comes out is the SUSE MR. That one is still in concept, and you get the SUSE ES, the exploration version for it. And I say as a how you call it, as a loaner at the present moment, and that's actually quite a good offer to get from for the ES. Because I think the SUSE ZL, this cargo version, I think that one is not really useful. Oh, definitely. It will be enough for starter missions, this 8 SU. That's definitely true. But you said you want to do smuggling runs as well. And smuggling runs with only 8 SU of cargo, that's just very low. That's all I'm saying. You can do it. I mean, I did stuff with the Titan with this 8 SU. I did a lot of these things with it. Okay? The thing is, this works as a starter. There's just other things to consider and other things that you can do. And if you have some money left to getting to a medium-sized ship like a SUSE, could be an option. Because with the SUSE MR for future, you have quite an okay bounty hunting ship. And for now, as it's still in concept, the MR, you can use the SUSE ES, which is the exploration version, which has about, I think, about 40 SU of cargo in it. It's a very nice flight. You have these 2 Panthers in front. You can go, you can sleep in it, you can do that. It's just an option. It's a thing you could upgrade your Nomad towards it. Just as an idea. I think claim time, instant claim time is about 4 minutes, I'm not sure. That's definitely bigger. So it's always, in the end, where you want to prioritize faster claiming time or a little bit or more of cargo at this. And again, I mean, the Intrepid, I tested it. I flew it while I had it for Evocati testing, and I liked it. And yes, it is a very small ship. It's in the end, I mean, you have to outweigh these things towards it. I always recommend people as well, just make a list and put all the pros on one side and the cons on the other side, and in the end, you choose. Well, no need for a small ship. I personally, I don't fly small ships anymore, but I invested quite some money into the game because I really want to. So that's just as well a thing that you need to think about whether you actually want this or not. I cannot tell you that, and I won't tell you what to do. There are both upsides and downsides. Things. I recommend 2 medium ships instead of small. Well, when I'm thinking about what I want to use, I get very role dedicated ships. Meanwhile, I'm looking less for multi-role ships, but that's because I'm a bit. Yeah. I started with multi-role ships. I had this, I had the Titan, then I had a Cuddy. These are all multi-role ships where you can do a lot of things in a medium way. I have a little bit of cargo, a little bit of bounty hunting, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's the way to go. And over time, and with my decision that I'm thinking to investing a bit more into the game, I started to get very role dedicated ship. But that's a choice you need to make. I think it is easier to go with a bigger ship and then invest and find if you want to have smaller ships and buy them in game. That's what I'm personally thinking. But as I said, I played, and there is a video for that with the Aurora. How to get you into the game with a starter ship, it's easy way you can do it. So there are all these possible things. By the way, I have F7A tickets to F7C. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to, for the waiting time for medium ship is too long for you, then get your small ship, and you will very quickly get your reclaim when you down it. I mean, that's a valid way of looking at it. Why not? You say you have an F7A ticket. F7C is an option too. You mean there are no tickets as far as I'm concerned for the F7A. It's the F8C. You get tickets for the golden ones that you can actually buy it. The F7C is the one where you could get an upgrade token by doing the missions, the Xenoswap missions last spring. So I'm not clear what you want to say. And that's just a hardcore, beautiful combat ship. The F7A is a medium combat ship. The F8C is a medium combat ship. Now I get messed up too. The F7C is a light combat ship. Well, the F7A is combat only. And if you're still trying to figure out what you want to do in this game, then multi-role ships are definitely to go for. Small to medium multi-role ships. Awesome. You done the mission, so you have the upgrade token. Okay. If you like ship combat, the F7C and then the F7A is absolutely cool to do. I like that ship. It's a very fast, very powerful combat ship. It's nice. It's good. It's good. It's expensive to equip. I mean, you need to consider this too. With 4.0, we get a total wipe, and we will all be on 20,000 AUEC and standard weapons. So to get to the powerful weapons as well, you need to work your way up there, and you need to for you to decide how you want to do this. If you want to be versatile and do it in all different kinds of way, then you get a multi-role ship. Okay, and if you know, I just want to do it with combat, you get a combat ship. Also, I just want to trade, you get a trade ship. So, yeah, the F7A, you can do bounty hunting with it very well. You can do it, and you can have a multi-role for the other thing. That's the way to go. If you like combat, then that's the way to do. If you're not that much into combat, you might want to go with something different. Let's see. Yeah, you hear me always this possibility saying, because I don't want to be the guy that tells you what to do and then you're not happy with it. I really want you to make your own choices with your own money. I just give you my things on how things are. In the end, you really need to decide for yourself. I cannot point that out enough to over and over. So it's really about, and if you don't know yet what's your favorite way of gaming is in the game, I suggest you get a multi-role ship, get clear on that, and then after a while, you understand better what you actually want to do. I mean, we have fellows in our org, for example, they just they're space truckers, they want to have big, slow ships and move stuff around. They love that. We have more the combat people, we have the multi-role people, we have those who are mining is the best thing to do, so they have mining ships. So it's really where you want to go to, and what is your intention in the end on how to be with that. But yeah, bounty hunting. After a while, with as further you go up in the tier of bounty hunter, the mission pay really well. In the beginning, they are between 5,000 and 12,000. But same with trading. In the beginning, they're 5,000, then they go up to 20,000. Okay, but that's good to know. So if mining and salvage is not your thing, then those kind of ships, they just drop out of you. There are always people every now and then looking for people help them mining or salvage and say, today I feel like mining. You just ask in the game, or you have an org where other people have this ship. That's the good thing of having an org. You don't need to have all the ships, because other people have other ships, and these ships need crews. So you have a mole, you can solo it, but it's fun if you go out with 3 people. And then you share it and you make good money with it and you're having fun. So that's a thing to consider. You don't need to have everything. You need to get your connections together so you can do different, so you can do stuff together. Because these ships get bigger and they will need crews. So that's just a thing to think about it. That's another reason why this game is not really pay to win, because there is always stuff you need and to get. It's just can speed things up with bigger ships. That's mainly what it does. Okay. But when you know, okay, no mining, no salvage, this leaves you with trading, with bounty hunting, with bunkers. In the future, there will be all the data scanning and all these kind of things that will come into place as well. So there is a lot of stuff adding in with the future. Okay. So it'll be good with a combat ship if you like that, and another ship that can carry some amount of cargo. So you can do your smuggling or trading or delivering or hauling, and it's just good to have some space there that you can do it. I don't know whether this really helps. Again, in the end, you need to take a decision and to make a list about the pros and cons around ships. It helps. I mean, it helps as well in real life to take your decision like this. So just line them up. What do you think it's good at it? What do you think where might be a downside on it? And then just do a math. Take it quite logical down to your own preferences. Okay. For those who are joining, we are currently stuck with the elevators on the hangars. Actually, not the HAB elevators, so that's why we're having a different conversation right now. But that's okay too. I'm still gonna try the elevators again. Maybe the server has recovered. So if you have 40. For 300 packs, bucks, 2 ships. What I like, I like pretty much all parts of the game aside of racing. Racing is not really what I like to do, so I have no racing ships. Well, I have a couple of fast ships, but no racing ships. For 300 bucks, 2 ships. I think I would get the SUSE MR, which for now you get the SUSE ES as a loaner, which has a decent cargo size. It's a medium-sized ship. Claiming time, I think, is around 4 minutes. This, as I say, but don't hammer me on that. I'm, as I said, I don't have all the minutes in mind. But and that's would be one to get. I think it's about 120 or 130 bucks. You need to check in the pledge store. I don't know. And with the SUSE MR, when it comes out of concept, you have then as well a bounty hunting ship, because it has the pods where you can lock in people and freeze them. And as well, you can use the SUSE. I assume in future you can use the SUSE MR as well for piracy. And as I said, for now you get the SUSE ES loaner, which is the exploration version. The upside of this, it has quite a large fuel tank, so you can run quite far distance with it. We have about 40 SU of cargo, which gives you, for smuggling runs as well, options. It has only 2 Panther weapons, so it's not as powerful, but if your skill in flying gets better or is good, then you can definitely do up to MRT bounty targets, which gives you around 12,000 each. Bunkers you can do with it. It's good landable. The ship is about 40 meters. So yeah, it's not as easy to land on wild grounds, but it's possible to do. And it's a very nice flight. All the SUSEs fly very, very nice. And yeah, I actually like the SUSE more than I was expecting it. So, and the other ship, what other ship to get? With the SUSE ES, you have a nice multi-role. The MR will be only 12 SU of cargo in the end. So when this one gets out, you might want to have another one with a slightly bigger cargo space. Well, let's see. I mean, what do I have right here in this thing? So yeah, I think I would, the F7A or the F7C would be definitely a possibility to get as a combat edition. How much cargo SUSE MR will have? SUSE MR has 12 cargoes, if I am correct. The loaner of it, the SUSE ES you would get right now, has 40. And as well, there's the SUSE CL, which is the cargo version with 120. But I don't think that one. That's not a use. It's not, in my personal opinion, it's not worth because the entrance is very small. To hold cargo in the SUSE CL is complicated from my perspective. And the second one, yeah, could be a combat ship like the F7A or F7C with upgrade token. I don't know the price of that one. But that's a fun combat ship. But this means, yeah, in the end, when the SUSE comes out, you have sort of like 2 combat ships there. But yeah, the SUSE is, yeah, SUSE MR is quite dedicated in the end for bounty hunting and small amounts of cargo. Let me check how much to do the calculation in my brain. It's not that much of a mathematician. I'm better with languages than. Let's see. Let me put that in here. SUSE. So, SUSE MR is $200. I'm just seeing. Okay, that's. I wasn't aware of that. So that got more expensive than I bought it for 180 last year with. That was War. No, War Bond. Yeah. You want to get it with stored credits, if I'm right. So okay, with stored credits is 200. Then you have like $100. Well, you could upgrade it from the Nomad. Then you still have. Then it's only 120. So you have still some more money left. Ugh. So what could you do? Yeah, if you want to go for more like cargo, like a C1, the Origin C1, it's has 62 cargo, 62 SU of cargo. Another thing is just go for, the Connies, the RSI Constellation ships. The Andromeda has like, I think 90. What is it? Andromeda. The Andromeda Constellation. Wow, okay, that's $300. $250. I wasn't aware of that. It's $250, and this is a very, very good. Many people use this one as a medium ship after they started. It's $250. You get it right now as well with 120 months insurance, so 10-year insurance. And this is a ship with, I think, 90 SU of cargo. and four very powerful cockpit cannons with rhinos. So bounty hunting goes very well with that one, and you have a good amount of cargo as well in this one. Connie Phoenix, yeah, I mean Connies are, if you then you just have one ship, but with the Connie you have of course a much longer reclaiming time than with a small ship. That's as this is important for you, this is to consider. Okay, but the Connie is like powerful ship for combat, a lot of rockets as well, 4 Rhino repeaters, which is laser repeaters, very strong size 3 laser repeaters, decent amount of cargo. There's a lot of things you can do all at once with that ship. I suggest, I mean, you still can rent the stuff, go and rent and fly it and see whether you like it. I used to use this one too, back in the days in the beginnings, and I liked it. But yeah, the design is not fully what I like, but it's definitely a very good, useful ship. A friend of mine still has a Taurus, and he loves it. I think it's because the Taurus is a Connie with some missiles less, but a lot more cargo space. 160 SU of cargo space. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, with a C1, you have a very good cargo ship. With a price of 130, the SUSE MR would be 200 if you upgrade it from the Nomad. So this could be a combination that could work for you right now, especially when then the MR is coming out. Because right now with the ES as a loaner for the MR, if you get that one, you have a decent amount of cargo space too. So this could be cool options. The C1 is not as the armor is not as powerful, so yeah. Connies have downsides. All the ships in this game have downsides. That's something to deal with. And even if it's a pain in the ass, the cool thing is there are not really like this, how you call it, these meta, well, they always are meta ships, but they're not as meta as they could be, because there's always some downside in a ship. So that's a thing we just have to deal with. And that's a good thing, by the way, because it keeps this, otherwise everybody would just fly around with the same ship. And, I could call the elevators. I think we can go on. Or was this just someone loading? Nah. Yep. And, I mean, for me, yeah, I still like the medical gameplay, even if it's at the present moment not really in the game, because there are too many things that make it, too convenient to do all the things by yourself. But I mean, I got a couple of medical ships, and I will get more medical ships. I mean, I wait for the Galaxy, I wait for the Apollo Medivac. That's always the thing that I like to do, but they are very dedicated for one role. So the Terrapin Medic has no cargo space at all. The Cutty Reds has cargo space at the tier 3 beds, so that's a bit more versatile as a medical ship instead of the Terrapin, which really can just do that. Yeah. You see, it's a hard thing to give recommendation on what ships to get, but this is like, I hope that was some sort of a help for you to make up your own mind on what's best for you. But definitely the SUSE are very nice ships to fly with. The Carrack, yeah, I have a Carrack. I like the Carrack, especially now since it has cargo pods where we can open and close, so we can put stuff in. That's with the latest update came this. If you look here, I own a Carrack. It's here. Currently the loaner for my Galaxy that is still in concept. And the Carrack is a nice ship. With the tier 2 medical bed, and I always have my Medivac Ursa in its front. And I stopped having a C8R as a flying ship. I have now, as we can put cargo in, as it's made ready for 4.0, and you can put cargo in the cargo pods of the Carrack. I have a MPUV tractor in there to move cargo from and to the ship. As every now and sometimes, that's this one here. The Argo MPU tractor ship. It's only for, it carries like a couple of SCU and you move boxes around. But as you sometimes need to land a bit outside with the Carrack, it's good to have something to move boxes back in there. So meanwhile we can use the you can use the Carrack as well for cargo. Wait, I have a weird... one second. Good. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that. Wait, I lost your track of the chat. Oh shit. Second. Okay, if you have it on a tight spot, you can use the CX. Yeah, exactly. That's why I bring the MPUV tractor to move stuff around with the Carrack. I used to put in the C8X. I'm not using that anymore because for operations where I need a medical bed moving with, I bring the Ursa Medivac with this one. Yep. Yeah, the Carrack is pricey. I mean, that's $600. Hey, Sir Wolf. Oh, you bought VKBs. That's awesome. Yeah, there is a tutorial, and as well, I have a downloadable file there. So if you like my loadouts and how I put it on the sticks, then you just can add this one, and it makes something slightly easier. I think there are two. No, not I think. I know there are two files up there. One is with the rudder pedals for the feet, and one without, and it's premium Omni left that I'm using, and they are really nice sticks. They're just awesome. I started with the Cytec X52 Pro, which are okay sticks, but the difference to VKB is just massive. It's like really big change. Yeah, I know there's chat is still written, we're exploring Pyro, and we're stuck here in Area 18 because we can't access our elevators, so my apologies for that. But we had a good conversation around ships and what ship to buy, again, I'm not giving a recommendation on what to buy, I'm just sharing my personal opinion on that, because it is always a big thing to decide and to figure out what's best for you and what kind of ships you like. Yeah, you might want to use it as a base. My loadout from the sticks. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Don't litter. I mean, in the origin I played Elite Dangerous, and at some point I played both games at the same time, so I basically took over the Elite Dangerous loadout and made it here as similar as possible, because I don't need to relearn the game always when I switch from one to the others. As you know, it goes into your body memory, the movements you're doing, and then that's difficult. So that's why my loadout is very, very personal, and it has driven from there to over here. And since I'm not playing Elite Dangerous anymore, I just build it all around here. So it definitely is a very personal way of loading out things. For me, it works good, and I have to adapt it as well every now and then, because new things come in, and then you need to prioritize what is really how you want to have it, or what is the thing that is most important for you, that you have a close grip or get fast onto it, or which buttons you want to use for what. And there is more to come as we get more gameplay in. I mean, it was already the power management has changed, so we need more buttons to use the power management on the sticks. But having power management on the sticks, I think that's very important to have, while other things seem to be less relevant to have on the stick. And this is as well, I mean, this depends as well on the gameplay, and I try to cover as much as possible on the sticks, because I play pretty much all roles in the game, because I think the variety of those different roles is pretty cool, and I just want to embrace it. Yes, again, the one thing I do not have a lot of experience is the racing, mainly because I haven't really done it, I would say. Yeah. Totally. I agree what you're saying. Yeah, it's really yeah. Take it as a it's what I did too at the beginning. I found someone's basic that looks like sort of gives me good suggestions and hint on where to go for and how to do it, and then just adapt it. Yeah. You need to find a way on how to distribute it. I actually have, especially the targeting and the target cycling, I have on both sticks, because you need a lot of different things. So I mean, nearest hostile, a stick straight forward, locking them straight forward. Then you want to be able to how you call it? What's the name for it? When you give the number to it. Sometimes you lose the words, so it's like targeting. Yeah, pin targets, get the numbers. Pin target. That's what I try to say. So I want to be able to pin them, unpin those things, and all these kind of things. How you want to rotate and cycle your missiles and all this. Yes, yeah. I think shield options I have on the right, if I'm correct, on the right side sticks, to power shields, different things. And at the present moment, I'm thinking of actually removing those, because I not really need that a lot. Maybe it's just not needed yet in the gameplay, because it's not as relevant. But yeah, I still have it there. I still try to figure out how to use it. But this is something I don't use a lot, actually. The shield things. Power options are on the right stick too. Yes, power options on the right stick too. And I had to decide whether I want to. You can tap a button to move, increase or decrease power, or hold to move to fully increase or fully decrease. So right now I have it set that with hold I fully increase one power options, and with tapping it I decrease it, so I can use the same hat for doing that. So it's the right top hat that I'm using. With holding I all power in one part of the ship, and with tapping it I reduce it step by step, because the power management with 4.0 is gonna be different. And when you check out the modules and how they're laid out, you see how they are. You really need to figure out what you want to use when or which to have enough power, so that goes on your power plant. Your power plant is relevant in future. So far, the quantum drive was the most relevant. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, reset in the center to get it fast in a default position where where the energy gets equally distributed, and you just need to figure out. Maybe you're the guy who wants to hold, and with this you empty your you take out all the power with holding it, and with tapping you put them, you increase them. So this is taste. Yeah, Kowalski. If this is helpful, that's cool. If you have more questions, as I said, I I try not to be too determined about things because I don't want to put chips into other people's pockets. I really want to try to figure it out for yourself. And I made more reviews if you want to check out on some of them to get an idea. And yeah, make sure that you really buy what you want to buy and don't buy more. Don't put more money in the game that you want to. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, I try to be smart. I'm not sure whether I'm always smart, but I try I try to use my brain. Yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah, but I really... what the heck am I doing here? It's like 30 minutes we're trying to get here, and I cannot change the shard. You just bought the game patch last week? So okay, so which game package did you bought, Thorolf?
I'll be with you in a minute. Hi, welcome
Yeah,
to the store.
that sounds like a good choice. What do you think about all SUSE lineup, ESCL, MR? So, I'm not fully sure what you mean, but just general thoughts on each ship. I think the ES is cool. The CL is the cargo version. I'm not considering that useful, even if it has 120 SU of cargo. The MR is going to be fun because you have these cargo pods where you can put in the people that you for bounty hunting. That's going to be fun.
Let me know if there's anything I can
And
help you
right now, ES is loaner for MR, as MR is still in concept.
with. Sorry, I'll help you in a second. Hi, let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
Exactly. With MR, there are still many question marks in the air right now. We don't really know what we will get, but you get the ES for that right now as a loaner, and that's a good choice to me. 40 SU of cargo, long range flying, huge fuel tank, so there's a couple of upsides on this ship. Yeah, that's an interesting strategy you took, Thorwolf, with the CCU. And again, when it comes to CCU chains, I'm not much of an expert on this. So when it comes to CCU chains, you need to talk with in detail. I know how they work, but in details and I'm not giving suggestions on CCU chains. I'm not good enough on that because I haven't thought about it too much from my side because I don't really bother too much about it. So far, like SUSE more than C1. The main reason More than one exit. Yes. That's actually something quite relevant, having 2 exits on a ship, and that's makes a difference. That makes a difference. And the cargo size is I mean the ES is like 20 less than the C1. Yeah. Yeah, you see that's all the personal things around this ship, and you really want to get what you love in the end. I mean, I bought ships just for the looks. I have a 400i, which is, well, when the whole scanning gameplay come into place, I will a lot use that ship. But so far, I just love it how it flies, and I love it how it looks. Okay, but I wouldn't recommend this ship to most of the people because it's not as versatile or as useful as others. And for now, there is no gameplay for the large scanner that is in it. Yeah, you can squash a lot of SU into the C1. That's true. But when we go for how much it can carry, I think it's 60. Yes. Yeah, I mean, there is little point in buying all the ships. I mean, you want to have to do something in the game, and I think it's important to understand that this game is not only about grinding money, but it is a part of it. It's making money and getting new ships, something you want to strive for, and for this, really have an aim, know what you want to go for, and then you just go for it. It's like building up reputation. When you build up reputation for, I don't know, bunkers, you do it at one place, so you put all your reputation for bunkers in, I don't know, ArcCorp or in Microtech, and you just do it there, and you get to the goal you want to get, so you get the missions you want to get. I mean, bunkers in Microtech, I think tier 5 missions, you find a video about this as well, tier 5 missions gives 135,000 AUAC each time you complete it. So that's, as well, that's a well worth game loot to do, to make money as well by doing bunkers. Yes, Crusader. You're right, Kowalski. Crusader ships are very nice. They're very slick. They're very high-profile ships. I say it's space pimp ships. Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, there are many ships. I like RSI. I like the orange ships. I like the. I'm not that much into Drake actually because they're very, yeah, they have this rustic thing on it, but they're okay, but they're not fully my cup of tea. I'm not much into Misk. I have a Prospector because it's a useful ship, but I don't like the roundness. The Starfarer too, I tried it, I tested it, it's nice, and it's not my kind of ship. Yeah, many people like the MSR. It's not a ship for me, Mercury Star Runner, but yeah, many people really like that ship. Mercury Star Runner is quite powerful if you play it together. Having someone in the turret, then it's a good ship. And when the scanning comes into play, this ship's gonna be as well a very, very, very useful ship. Wait. Yeah. When you have to do combat with the MSR, you need to have another player with you. Otherwise, you are not very powerful, and it's not such a fast-turning ship. So this can be challenging, definitely. Yeah, that's not gonna get better with these hangars. I think we're gonna be stuck. I think I need to. Either I switch to live, or I don't know. We're just enjoying the view. My favorite game loops. In the beginning, I did all my money with bunkers because it was back then it was a very versatile doing things and you would get a lot of money with. I still like doing bunkers, especially this really go up to tier 5 and then it's really worth doing. It says 130,000 each run. I like the bounty hunting for the fun of flying. ERTs are good with 2 or 3 friends. That's fun to do then. Solo ERTs, depending on the ship you have, it's possible, but it's rough. And I like both loops. I like the holing of cargo, moving around. That's just relaxed space trucking. I like mining. I have my prospector. I have fellows with moles where I join where they go out. Same with salvaging. I have a vulture when nobody's around. I go do solo vulturing. And every now and then we just, with fellows from our org, we use the reclaimers and we go together with 3 people, 2 people flying, salvaging, and the others, and one is down stacking the boxes. We did as well that we have like 3 vultures out and 1 person in the C2. So those 3 doing panels, and the 1 guy is just flying from one to the other, picking up all the boxes, putting it in the C2 and selling it. Nice game loop. My, in the end, absolute favorite game loop is Medic. Even if at the present moment there is not much to do, but it's gonna be my main profession. Whether I make money with it or not, I don't care. I think it's a lot of fun to try saving people and try find ways to get them out, especially as well when they're like buggy situations and stuff, just to how to get them out, not to game out the game like just using suicide or escape, but trying to figure out a way to get people out of situations. You're intimidated by bounty hunting, but more because M and KB flying was quite awkward. Yes. Mouse and keyboard, I can't do it. Okay. I can't. Some people say it's easier. It might be. To me it's not. It's gone a way to learn it to fly combat with the sticks, but as soon as you have it, man, it's gonna be good. And just, I mean, if you do solo ERTs, that's rough, man. HRTs are already rough doing solo, depending on what ship you have. The bigger the ship, the more shield you have, the easier it is. But they're moving slower, it's harder to hit, so all these downsides. But practice with VHRTs and HRTs and MRTs to get into it. And I think with the, what is the ship you're having? I forgot, sorry. The Zeus is hard because it doesn't have a lot of shield and not the Zeus. The C1 is hard to do bounty hunting with it, but it's possible. It is possible. And the cool thing is, if they have some smugglewares with it, some like drugs, you have a lot of space to put it in there and sell this on the side, and that, like, there lies a lot of money in that. C1, yeah, C1. I mean, you can do. I think, well, if you get good in combat piloting, you can do MRTs with it. HRTs is gonna be rough, but it's possible. If you just do the main target, it will be possible. But I try to do all of them. So, but yeah, bring a friend, find someone who does it with you. This game is an MMO, and there are things that are fun to do solo, and there are things where it's really helpful if you have some friends with you. Yeah, you can do that. You can put on different missile racks. Yeah, I think they nerfed the Ion. Or the RS, or the Ion, one of them. I'm not into these ships. I don't really like them for unknown reasons. I think they're very useful, good ships. A couple of orc fellas fly those, and they are very happy with the RS and the Iron, or one or the other. One has the gun, and the other, yeah. As I said, I don't know a lot about these two ships, but they really like it. And I do most of it with the F8 when I do bounty hunting, because that's basically my combat ship. On my alt account, I have a F7. That's my pirate account, where I do that kind of stuff with the illegal stuff on the other side of the law. So it's always depending on how you're going. My daily at the problem moments is the new medic Terrapin. And if I want to do hauling or moving stuff around, I need a bit of cargo space. At the present moment, I don't know. What do I use at the present moment for this? Need to check. So many people waiting for these hangar elevators.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Oh yeah, the raft. I do a lot of training with the raft at the present moment because I just like it, even if it has not much of SU with 96. But the C2, when I want to do big things, when there is more money around. But the raft as a for hauling is my, I would say, is my daily. And then I do a lot of things with the Terrapin Medic. Just all the exploration I basically do with that because I just love the ship. I think the Terrapins are nice to fly. Usually 400i is my daily. But this one, when you sit in the cockpit, the frame rate drops so rough you can't really fly it because you fly with like 10 or 12 frame rates in this ship because the ship needs to be optimized. That's why I'm not really using it at the present moment. The main loop after the wipe, yeah, solo, it's gonna be salvage and mining. I think because this gives like you a steady... The cool thing on mining is you go out, you mine for an hour, so you fill your pots, you go refine them, and then you do something else. And next day you come back, you get something between 200 and 300,000 out of it. And that's like then like a steady income that comes. So I do a 1 hour of this, and then I do whatever, something else that I want. When I go out with friends, we go mole mining, or we go with the reclaimer, because there is a lot more money in that. We don't know how it exactly will be with 4.0. And definitely I will create my put my reputation up. I mean, this is 4.0. There's all my reputation is very low here. Yeah, or inexistent. But on live, my reputation is on bunkers is always up, and with bounty hunting, I make sure that I'm as quick as possible as well on ERTs. Yeah, this it's you fill one prospector with and you sell this. It's 200,000 to 300,000 each, and that's just, I like doing it. I don't like to do it for hours. That's cool with friends when you're in the mall, 3 people, you enjoy the time and you do the stuff together. But yeah, that's most likely how they're gonna go. And if they implement scanning, I will be out scanning, man. And always on the side, I'm always ready to do a medical run. So I always have everything to do medical runs. Even in life, I mean, I bought the reclaimer in game. I did medical rescues with a reclaimer, which is definitely a weird thing to do. But I did it because there were people needed help. So I stopped doing whatever I was doing and flew over there and rescued them with a medic. They had big eyes seeing that. But yeah, just gonna do it. I'll be back in a sec. I need to grab a drink. All right, and I'm back. Yeah, there is a thing. There is this rumor going. I just reading what you're writing about the evacuation request and the medical rescue. People think it's always people who try to create a trap or something, and it's actually not true. I started to create a list of all the medical rescues I did, and well, it's incomplete because I didn't always record it, and I just started it some times ago, and most of the time it's not a trap. And I got another fellow, he made lists since 318, so over 1,000 medical rescues he listed, and the amount of traps is small. Okay, so people always say that, oh, be careful, oh, it's a trap, blah, 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 blah. Most of the time it's not. And I mean, like, far over 90% of the times it's not a trap. So it's actually people need help. And people stop doing it. And the other thing, it's paid very bad for the time you actually need to do it. So it's as well understandable why some people just not do it. But I mean, I have times where I'm just patrolling and just flying around only doing that. Just waiting till someone calls for a medic. Thanks. And okay, I try to again in hope that maybe we have only those 4 shards that are actually in it, because I really hope to get out into the space again. Even if I really appreciate the conversation we're having, so that's not the issues. But I really would like to explore a bit more on pyro, well, for my own curiosity while we're having all this conversation. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, I think it's, I like it. No, it's still the same. Okay. Okay, I try to restart the game afterwards. Maybe that might help to get into a different chart, if there is actually a different chart. To me, it's less about good deeds or not good deeds. I just think it's fun. It's a nice challenge. It's a nice different gameplay, and you help the people, and you can do maybe combat some NPCs, or maybe there is some PvP involved, and you can support them on that, and or you can take some pirates down, or the pirates take you down. Whatever, whichever way it goes, doesn't really matter in the end to me, because I just want to play the game, and I want to play as many aspects of the game as possible. And I think it's a cool game loop, the medical gameplay. It already has quite some depths with all the different stuff we can do, and there is more. At the present moment, the thing that every medical bed is like a spawn point, even the tier 3, just downs a little bit the possibility for people actually calling for a medic, because they have their own spawn points. As soon they have a medical bag, this is in a C8 or in a Terrapin, these are all spawn points. Okay, so we're back here. I'm gonna quit the game completely. I hope the stream doesn't crash when I do that. It happened before, and if not, it's good, and if yes, I might come in very soon again. So hold on tight. We'll see what's happening. Yeah.